when they come across an uncharted island.
Please, God, let it be Club Med.
Inhabited by exotic women.
Check out the Hooters on those bays.
For these men, it's a dream come true. Until it turns into a nightmare.
Oh sure, there's another Dinosaur Island movie coming out, but that movie would be very awkward if you decided to masturbate in the middle of it, which is why the 1994 Dinosaur Island has got you covered. You can stay at home and give yourself the 5-finger knuckle shuffle, and no one will be there to judge you, except yourself once you're done, or if you accidentally do it in front of Grandma. There's plenty of reasons to whip out your dick in this dinosaur movie, and that reason is, of course, the sexy voice of Ross Hagen.
Have you girls got any shovels to go with those spears?
Does Ross Hagen give me voice envy? Absolutely he does. But when the crotch reaches maximum potential, it's just rude not to return the handshake. Dinosaur Island is from producer Roger Corman, but has the 1-2 punch of being directed by both Fred Olen Ray and Jim Wynorski, combining the talents of both Alienator and the Bear Wench Project. They need both of these guys on this project, one to direct one boob and one to direct the other. Dinosaur Island is a Win Ray production, the product of when Ed Wynn and Ray Bolger decided to go into business together making titty flicks. Well, if you're gonna have a rap party this intricate, you might as well film it and make it your prologue. Jackie Treehorn's parties really are more insane than the previous. See if you can guess which one didn't quite know what they were getting into when they auditioned for this role. Now look at which one is supposed to be scared, but is clearly having the time of her life. Didn't she ever see Mountain of the Cannibal God? Any minute now, someone is gonna fuck a pig in front of her. Oops, they accidentally woke up the Queen's son, who just bought some new dinosaur pajama slippers. Now you do plan to have dinosaurs in your Dinosaur Island movie, right? Hello? Oh, there's one. A minute into the movie. Welp, I'm an asshole. Oh sure, name the movie after the dinosaur, but don't actually show him eating out. Now you're just teasing the dinosaurs.
You're about to hear one of the strangest stories in military history.
Am I? Am I really? Stranger than how John Lennon won the war, or how Stephen Baldwin ended Vietnam with the power of Jesus? I'm just here to pretend like I'm too good for this movie. And I'm here for boobs. I've been locked in this room for a long time! Oh, there's actually characters in this. Might as well meet them.
Along for the ride was Sergeant Ben Healy, my second command since I was stationed in Seoul. A good tough man, but a royal pain in the ass.
Only when he steals my cigars and flaunts them in front of me. Ross Hagen is Captain Briggs, who is transporting a group of AWOLs to go on trial.
Private Wilbur Tabowski, or Turbo as the others called him.
They call him that because he's fast as a snail. There's also Wayne, aka Louis Skolnick, and Schemer, aka Captain Josh Robert Thompson. I think they're being put on trial because someone has something against actor-director Richard Gabai making Assault of the Party nerds, Tom Shell producing Cop Dog, and Peter Spellos, I don't know why he's on trial. Maybe someone's not a fan of his voice work on Cowboy Bebop. It looks like the cast of Wynorski's Screwballs all went army. But something goes very wrong, very fast, and very confusing. So it crashed into the water and turned into an island? I take back what I said. This is a strange story. They should consider themselves lucky. At least they didn't wake up on Frankenstein Island.
According to the map, this place doesn't even exist.
What are you saying, Lieutenant?
Well, he's saying the island doesn't exist. How else could he put that? And the current nicely stacked up all of their belongings a few hundred feet away from the shore. If this were lost, that would never be explained. Thankfully, they have all that they need to survive.
And Playpen, this is something we can really use.
Why do I need Playpen when I've already got Skinamax? It's clearly what I'm watching this movie on. One of the soldiers isn't doing so hot, but that doesn't mean it's no time for a joke.
You know, according to my map, The spot that we're looking for should be right over here.
All islands have G-spots. It can just be hard to find because of the hedges. They have all of these guns, and yet none of them have shot Schemer for being annoying.
Is everything a joke to you, son?
Just my career, sir.
Hey, now don't say that. You're only a year away from Assault of the Party Nerds 2. It was the Bride of Killer Nerd of 1995. In that I didn't waste my time on either of them. I see someone catches them pissing on hospitality. Do you mind? The ocean is the toilet.
Check out the hooters on those babes.
Rudeness. I believe you mean check out the gazongas on these chicks. No time for pointless sex scenes now. The wounded soldier is too out of shape to get it up, so he needs to die really fast. And luckily for the dinosaur, the rigor mortis is already set in. He's just one big swallow, the first swallow of the movie. The bullets may not be penetrating the dinosaur, but that doesn't take away from the fact that they are being a horrible dinner guest to the dinosaur. Sorry, it's just that I like to smoke after dinner time. And since he already had a cigarette, I was killing two birds with one Winston. I wouldn't so much call this a meat cute, but a meat bang.
Surrender!
You speak English.
Surrender or die!
You just have questionable enunciation. Still sounds better than Schemer being annoying again.
Which one of you is Uncle Sam?
Uncle Sam?
We want to kill him.
Well, this is a fine mess you've gotten us into, Sam.
You are men, are you not?
Well, I can't speak for everybody, but I'm all man.
You must come with us.
That was one big pile of shitty lines. Can we just go back to Ross Hagen?
Excuse me, you don't give orders here, I do.
Ross Hagen could kill all of you. He took down the Hellcats, and they were much stronger than you. And they had motorcycles. I see they're passing by the Island Museum.
Will you get a load of that?
Unbelievable. Amazing.
I've been wondering what the dog was doing with all those bones.
What dog? There's not a fucking dog, and there's never been a dog in this entire movie. Your jokes make no sense. And as if you didn't know there was a dinosaur there, and that they're on an island, or what movie you're watching.
This could be, dun dun dun, Dinosaur Island.
And now he's providing his own soundtrack? Was this just a little taste before he went on to direct Kickboxer Academy? Because I don't know if any of that merits a dun dun dun, but it does merit at least one dun. And how are all of you being held hostage? You still have guns. They take the boys to Queen Morgana. Makes sense she was named Queen. Morgana is the kissing bandit. Here she is on her golden throne. She has many girls standing around her because she has trouble deciding whose hand to use as toilet paper. I guess it is true. Dinosaurs eat man, woman inherits the earth. Though perhaps these soldiers can help.
Maybe they can save us from the Great One.
The Great One? Jackie Gleason?
Jackie Gleason?
Oh, fuck. Now I know why I hate this guy so much. We're the same fucking person. What's next? Is he also gonna put in silly sound effects before I have the chance?
Do you actually believe that these puny creatures could succeed where our forefathers have failed?
We are the same guy. I don't like what the prophecy is foretelling me. I don't want to direct Virtual Girl 2 Virtual Vegas. And the sound doesn't stop there.
You know, actually, we had nothing to do with this, Captain Briggs. Kind of crazy, you know.
How is he making those sounds? He must be the stupidest man on his island. A couple of the men get away, but some stay because, you know, there's a chance they might get laid. The girls are stunned to see his "Have a Nice Day" tattoo, which fortune foretells that someone with a smiley face will bring along other gods and will help them defeat the dinosaurs. Does it say anything about predictably stupid jokes?
For he will be the one that will be the savior that will deliver us from the Great One.
Hey, I only deliver within a 1-mile radius of my house.
You're not even a delivery driver. You're an army man. And even if you were a delivery driver, how will the Amazon girls know what that is? He's lucky. If he'd had a Bugs Bunny tattoo, they would have stuck a carrot up his ass. They're doing their laundry, except who's gonna wear that? None of the women in this movie are wearing that much clothing. Plus, they all have God stuff to do now. Can't wait till they have a pillow fight, in which they have to use boulders. This is why the dinosaur is getting pissed off. They're dirtying up his drinking water. This is the life. How is it that the fat guy is left with the babes, and we're here fixing radios? I'm Ross Hagen, goddammit. I was in a movie literally called Supercock. Not sure why he still needs the Playpen magazine. The entire island is a Playpen magazine. That's like going to Porn Island and still bringing a laptop. What are these girls' names again?
I know, from now on, you're Miss April, Miss May, and Miss June.
April, May, June? What do these names mean?
It means that the guy who gave you these names is a misogynistic prick. But to be fair, he gives everyone a stupid name.
Look! It's the worst creature of all. The Sargosaurus.
That's way out of line, soldier. He was clearly promoted to Lieutenant Dactyl. They're still threatening to send them to jail, even though they all have guns now. And the fuck, how did these dinosaurs keep sneaking up on them? Here's another guy who isn't gonna have a sex scene. Let's just kill him off too. Lieutenant Dactyl is so hardcore that even when he dies, he's still breathing. They're way more sad about losing this guy than the wounded soldier, and this guy was gonna take him to jail. And another thing, how do they know English?
It is heaven.
Heaven?
That is the word the missionaries taught us.
They also taught us the word anal, but nothing about jokes.
Just give me a bullet to bite on and I'll be fine.
I do not understand.
Yeah, I'm in pain.
And eating a bullet will help?
A half hour into this movie, and eating a bullet would certainly help, in that it'll give me a huge stomach ache, and then I'll be too sick to watch the rest of the movie. Wayne has a wound on his arm, which is nothing that can't be cured by the magic 6-pack eggs. Ooh, say, I have a pain in my arm too. And my wound is real, hence the scrubs. Where are all the topless egg shakers in my house? Bones aren't supposed to look like this. Turns out water takes fake blood right off. How is he gonna make it up to her?
Teach me page 34.
Page 34. Oh! In the magazine? Mm-hmm. It starts something like this. No. Hold still.
That's not what she meant. Page 34 was a Ziggy cartoon. She wants to know what the DMV is. Which apparently she finds fucking hot.
Page 34. Page 34. Page 34.
Oh, page 34 can't be that hot. Let's see here. In accordance with his stature, he is elected president of the American Fiction Guild's New York chapter. Okay, whatever. Fucking page 34. Just what I want to see after every ridiculous sex scene, a funeral.
Where have you been?
I'll explain it to you when I understand it.
Sex. You are having very vanilla sex. What's there not to understand? Turns out this dinosaur isn't the great one, so the rest of the men will have to ride out their blue balls a little while longer.
The great one is 10 times as big.
Now it's time to teach the great one about page 36. It's Rex Reed's negative review of Howard the Duck. They want to give the dinosaurs good taste, or something. These dinosaurs are posing an even bigger threat than I thought.
Well, Your Majesty, since this is
Did the sacred scroll also foretell of establishing dinosaur shots eating frames of your movie? Queen Morgana wants the boys to leave, probably because she too is highly interested in the Amazon babes. But the others want them to stay, and there's only one way to solve this.
To Oh My Pa.
Oh my papa?
Oh, Mappa. I've heard of it, John. The Druids used it to oppose the laws of their leaders.
You know that, but you don't know what sex is? Something tells me that whoever created the rules for this civilization now runs a fantastic strip joint in South Florida. Must go faster, must finish masturbating faster, still lots of plot points I need to pay attention to. Everyone seems to be getting some enjoyment out of this. Well, except for Ross Hagen.
What's wrong with him?
He's just upset because the transmitter was destroyed.
That and his friend died. But why would you want to bring down this party? The girl in the background looks like she's having a great time.
He's right, John. I mean, what's gonna happen to us once the girls find out the truth?
What, that page 34 is actually about facials? Oh, right, it's about that whole dinosaur problem.
You mean, how are you gonna do that?
Me? Why me?
They don't call you Wayne the Brain for nothing.
Yeah, they do call him Wayne the Brain for nothing. He didn't even know how to describe sex. But he is the perfect guy to talk to when you want to confront dinosaurs who are the size of your toenail.
Only the food is always devoured before we can harvest it.
By the Great One.
No, by the small ones.
Point of order, this movie has no small ones in it. Except for these small ones.
Gross.
Well, forget that they're small, they can clearly talk, and they're lost on their way to Pee-wee's Playhouse. Wayne decides to make a potion to rid the small dinosaurs, but what I want to know is, whose skull is that? And are they ever going to bring up that the opening scene clearly shows them practicing human sacrifices on each other? That's why the dinosaurs keep coming back. You keep feeding them, and one person will definitely not fill them up. Good thing they had the right combination of chemicals for this.
No, Schemer's aftershave.
Will it really keep the small ones away from our crops?
I don't see why not. It keeps the women away from Schemer.
Well, that, and he's not funny. But this is an island with women who have never seen a man before, so he's doing pretty well.
I mean, out on a date.
What is a date?
It's that thing that you should never go on with Schemer. Have you smelt his aftershave? And that's not even the most awkward question here.
I do not understand one thing. What is a kiss?
You're hitting on someone with the mind of a 10-year-old.
But we eat out every night.
But she knows what that is! Hell, in the next scene he's giving Turbo shit for being a virgin, which I'm pretty sure everyone else on this island is. Come to think of it, how does this island populate? This island made up of Amazon babes coexisting with dinosaurs makes no logical sense. And you can't catch a pterodactyl with a net, you attack them with a sling sniper. Ooh, this date is quite romantic. He's even dimmed the sun for her, even if he did make dinner on the cheap.
It tastes a little like turtle.
You know, this place has really gone downhill since the new chef took over.
What? No, what, to go with your dun-dun-dun from earlier? He could have used a dun-dun-dun because they're interrupted by the dreaded cock-blockosaurus.
Dear gods! The Great One!
Hey, I haven't even taken it out yet.
He's talking about a dinosaur, you prick! A dinosaur that is not going to be impressed by your karate moves. The hell? This is who I'm fighting? This is more embarrassing than my appearance in Carnosaur. The cave isn't exactly the best place to be hiding either.
Sounds like 2 words. Big!
Sorry, it's hard to play charades when you're describing something that looks like the alien fucked the grimace. I'm still alive. I want to practice page 34 too. It seems the cave isn't too terrible of a spot to sleep. They're served a complimentary breakfast in the morning. Now that these two are already out of breath, it's the perfect time for them to have sex.
Do you know where dinosaur eggs come from?
Doesn't the pterodactyl bring them?
Wow, they're actually made for each other. She unintentionally provides stupid jokes, and he intentionally acts like an ass.
But these are not eggs.
I know, but over easy or scrambled. They look like breakfast to me.
So I'm gonna smother them in ketchup and fry some bacon on your chest while I squeeze oranges with my butt cheeks. They've now moved on to page 35, where you fuck a hole carved into a watermelon. The fruit is grown due to Wayne's dinosaur scaring potion. Someone's a stud muffin.
Wayne, your magic worked.
May, I told you. It's not magic, it's chemistry.
And that's the most chemistry you'll see on screen in this movie.
Is this chemistry?
No, it's not chemistry. In fact, during this time period, Cinemax's tagline should have been, "It's not chemistry, it's Cinemax." Meanwhile, Ross Hagen is actually being a fucking man, goddammit, and not only finds more ammunition, but also a transmitter. Because Ross Hagen doesn't need to bang 10 Amazon women to be King Cock in this film. Well, there was at least one banana that was gonna be bruised in the movie. Though not everyone is happy about these romances.
April and I want to get married.
But May and I just thought we'd live together first.
And June and I, we just want to go steady.
What you ask is not possible.
Why not?
Because, I mean, look at you all. The boys have only so long to defeat the Great One, or a virgin will be sacrificed.
Queen Morgana, do you really think the Great One cares whether or not it eats a virgin?
It never bothered me before.
Ugh, couldn't they just sacrifice Schemer? Or at least let the Great One hang out with Schemer for 5 minutes? It'll never attack you again. Just kidding, I'm sure your parents will be happy, if you ever had them. Luckily, 2 of the 3 girlfriends are no longer virgins.
Hey, every schoolboy knows April comes before May or June.
Yeah, we get it. Chuck Lorre wrote your lines. A dangerous situation like this calls for a Ross Hagen.
Hey, I'm willing to do whatever it takes, but where are we going to get the firepower?
Right here, boys.
Perfect. You still want to marry Schemer? Hell, looks like Hagen is even hooking up with the Queen.
Even Briggs can get laid on this island.
The hell is that supposed to mean? He's the most charming badass there. After they pose for the back of the box cover, they return to the giant egg because they forgot another egg joke.
My God, think of the cholesterol.
Ugh. Leave the jokes to Schemer so that I can tell him to shut the fuck up.
There was this bimbo actress I was dating back in LA. Then I got a look at her mother. Holy mackerel, what a puss on her. I'd rather look at the Great One any day.
Shut the fuck up! But there's only 1 remaining virgin left, or 2 if you count Turbo, so guess we should get this scene out of the way.
You'd rather give yourself to the Great One than to me.
It is true.
Wow, more of that fantastic chemistry the movie was telling us about. Without Schemer here to make the jokes, the boobs are there to do it for him. Forgive him, he is part octopus. I'm sure the fact that the others had full-on sex scenes and Turbo only gets a makeout scene is just a coincidence, and as if this couldn't be any less dignified. Not even the dinosaur wants to watch this sex scene, and I'm pretty sure he was just traumatized for life. While they're waiting around for the Great One, they might as well reminisce about the women some more.
I'll bet they're kicking back right now with a big bowl of strawberries.
Hey, let's stay here. There's much more interesting things happening here. To be fair, he's only attacking them because they scared his son away from sex for a lifetime. Now they really are extinct. Jesus Christ! They'd rather show that than Turbo having sex? Now they cut back to Ross Hagen, looking like he wants to kill Schemer with every line he says.
Well, I have an idea that might work, but it's a little risky.
Risky physically or risky financially?
What do you got in mind, Kincaid?
Kill him, kill him, kill him, kill him! The Great One appears, and what are they expecting him to do with those tiny little arms? They found a dinosaur that makes it hard to look badass when you're fighting it.
Die, dinosaur dick!
But Ross Hagen calling it a dinosaur dick helps. Too bad he's not the one who kills it.
One of these days, ass! Oh, like a kisser!
That may seem like a victory, but he was actually aiming for Schemer. Now the women are free to make the biggest mistake of their lives.
April, is polygamy legal on this island?
I'm sure they'll last a long time. And wait till you see who the ring bearer was. It's good that they ended the movie on Salacious Rex. After all, he was the comic relief. At least that's how they're treating him, even though he was only in 2 scenes in the movie. This is a highly disappointing entry into the Cosmos series. And why didn't the dinosaurs talk in it, when the documentary Walking with Dinosaurs clearly showed that they do? I can't take any of this seriously. The makers of this film were so preoccupied with whether or not they could combine large breasts and dinosaurs into a movie that they didn't stop to think if they should. Oh hey, that last thing I said was kind of like a line from Jurassic Park. Will you go enjoy your Jurassic World movie? I'll be sitting here hoping that the second part of Heaven's Gate contains Ross Hagen and an exploding T-Rex head. Why not? They had the budget for everything else.
I do not understand. How is it possible for a god to die?